Joined by Buckeye quarterback Julian Sayin. Julian, you come on the road, another raucous environment, top 20 matchup. How do you guys think you did getting off to that fast start, jumping out to that 10-0 lead, which has been a big point of emphasis?
Yeah, I think, we wanted to score on that first drive and, taking 3. But I think, we did a good job of starting fast. The defense played really well today, creating turnovers like that, giving us a short fields. We did some good things offensively, but a lot of stuff to clean up, and, we're going to watch the tape and see how we can get better.
It seems like your ball placement is just growing every single week. What is that like, the connection with the receivers, especially Carnell? You guys just seem to be on the same wavelength.
Yeah, I think getting more comfortable with the receivers, knowing where they're going to be and, throwing it on time. I think we still have room for improvement, but I think, the guys did a good job today getting out of their breaks and making great catches.
You go on the road here, a sold-out crowd, top 20 matchup. You guys walk away with a double-digit win. How confident are you feeling coming away from this?
I'm confident that our team is consistent, that we can handle these environments, and that each week we're bringing a certain level of intensity to the table. And then, coming out of the locker room, I think coaches and players are all feeling like the air was out of the balloon a little bit towards the end of the game, because I think we just lost our focus and felt like the scoreboard could have been different. But, this is a good team, a very good quarterback. And we knew this was going to be a battle, especially a noon kickoff here, 11 a.m. local. So it was one of those ones that when we saw on the calendar, it was one of those quote-unquote trap games. And we just wanted to make sure that wasn't the case. I thought we came out fast. It wasn't perfect by any stretch of the imagination, but it was good to get a win, I guess, quote-unquote ugly.
You say ugly. You guys won by double digits. Do you kind of like being able to go in tomorrow and circle a lot of things that you can grow for with Wisconsin?
Yeah, I think so. And we were in plus territory a lot and, had to really run the ball and hammer it in there. We did that. But on defense, I thought we were just stingy again down the stretch and got the thing all the way down to the one-yard line. They false start. We just kept playing. Actually called a couple timeouts to catch our breath and see what could happen. Again, I didn't like the way we ended the second half there on offense, or really how we ended the game. But the rest of it, we can look at different things to get better at, which is what we'll do. But if we keep playing the way we are and keep bringing the same level of competitiveness, toughness, and team to the table, we're going to have a chance at the end of the year.
Last question. You guys are halfway through the regular season. Seems crazy to say. How have you seen the growth, and where do you want to step up tomorrow and get ready for the next one?
Well, the first thing is you're 6-0, so that's good. But there's a lot of areas that we've got to continue to grow on, and it's everybody across the board. So we'll get on the film, figure out, where, the issues are always there. You heard us say that. Figure out where those issues are and continue to work on improving those, and then strengthening the things we're doing well.
Big game out here for the defense. You guys again showing in that first half is the goal line is not give us a yard and we'll protect it.
Yes, sir. Yeah, that's what the philosophy is. We played 4 quarters today in a great environment, and I'm happy for the guys.
How often can we sometimes overlook a performance like this? I mean, you guys have to be happy. Obviously, down the stretch there, you guys got back in, wanted to get the stop. But a top 20 team on the road, it feels like a huge win. And obviously a defensive performance you guys are going to lean on.
I just feel like, it was a great win, but we got so much more to do. Like, we got to get better, because at the end of the day, we want some gold pants.
Awesome. And how do you continue to get better using this road environment, knowing next week you guys got Wisconsin?
Man, Big Ten plays coming up, and we're done with the halfway through the season, and we just got to keep going.
Joined by C.J. Donaldson. And C.J., another game where you find the end zone a couple times. How special is that for you to continue to help this team?
It's definitely important, putting points up in the board when we get in the red zone. That's something Coach Day, emphasizes with me. Like, CJ, that's your strength. You got to finish drives in the red zone. So that's something I definitely take pride in.
What has this offensive line done to help you guys when you get into these 3rd and 1 and 4th and 1 scenarios?
They just make it easy. They just move the line of scrimmage. All I got to do is run the ball behind, the Great Wall of Ohio.
When you look at this offense and the pace of play, do you like where you guys are, and how can you grow after another dominant win here over a top 20 team?
I definitely, like where we are right now, but that's something Coach Day say we always got to upgrade. So tomorrow morning we go wake up. We go enjoy tonight, but tomorrow morning we go wake up and throw it all away and, upgrade. 2.0, that's something he always emphasizes, continually upgrading.
Joined by Luke Montgomery. And Luke, it seemed like this offensive line went out there and really handled this defensive line of Illinois. Did you feel that early on in this game? It felt like it set quite the tone.
Yeah, I felt that early on. I think, going back Sunday and watching the film, I think that we're going to want some back for sure. But, we're just going to keep growing and keep working. But I thought overall we handled the environment pretty well. We knew it was going to be bringing your own energy type of day, early morning kickoff, and at a stadium like this, we knew that we were going to have to bring our own energy, and I think we took that initiative up front.
Heard that a lot today out there on the pregame field. Bring the energy, bring the energy. How is that to play an 11 a.m. kickoff? Kind of change, everything gets bumped up an hour.
Yeah, you know, we stayed on Buckeye time, so it was 12 o'clock, and you know, that helps us out. And I personally, I think a lot of the guys would speak as well on this part, but I think we love the early games. You know, we get back and chill around 7 o'clock tonight, so we loved it. And it was a big time matchup. I know they were ranked 17, but you know, I think they were a top 10 team. They're a pretty good team, so we had a lot of fun today. We got to get back, and when obviously Wisconsin next week's gonna be a big one. So.
When you look at this passing attack, you guys seem to give Julian Sayin so much time. What is your guys' goal when he's back there?
I mean, it takes, as long as it takes. Just strain your ass off for him, and he'll get it downfield. He's a great ball player.
And then on the run game, you guys, a lot of gritty situations today. That's Big Ten football right there.
That is Big Ten football. That is the epitome of Big Ten football. There's no doubt about that.
Where can you guys grow the most as you get set now for another road trip? You don't get to go home just yet.
Yeah, no, I think you know, I think we're one off on certain plays and stuff like that. Like as a unit, we got to be all 5, and including a tight end 6 strong. And I think we're gonna, like I said, tomorrow we're gonna go back and watch film, and we're gonna want a few back. So we gotta continue to work and just grind and continue to be gritty.